eu sou o Thiago Morini, eu estou aqui com o Micheal Hall. Nós estamos no treinamento Meta Coaching esse ano no Rio de Janeiro, 2016, em Mendes. E é uma oportunidade única estar aqui com ele. E vou aproveitar essa entrevista rápida para perguntar para ele sobre a Neuro-Semântica e o AGP, que são criações dele, que foi o criador da Neuro-Semântica e a gente está trazendo tudo isso para o Brasil através da Beatriz Bruehmueller. Okay? So Micheal, it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
So when you created Neuro-Semantics, like what is the contribution of Neuro-Semantics?
Well, originally it was to take NLP to a higher level, professionally and ethically. And that was because of the problems in the field of NLP. So our design was higher quality NLP that would have standards and that would apply to self so that we wouldn't have bad reputation because we're not practicing what we're doing.
Okay. And you also created the APG course, and like what was your objective when you created the APG course?
Well, once we found metastates and was able to model self-reflexive consciousness, so that consciousness not only representing but reflecting back onto itself, once we had metastates, then the question became, how can we use this in different ways? And one of the things that was in the field of NLP was the structure of excellence, or the structure of being fully engaged in a productive way in something. So we call that the genius state. Robert Tilts had done the strategies of genius. Judith DeLosier and John Gringer had worked on the prerequisites of genius. So using metastates, we remodeled that work to identify those prerequisites and how, from a metastate standpoint, we could set that in place and then turn on and off the flow state so that when a person is in the zone, it's under their control.
Oh, wow. So if someone is willing to come to this course and like have that experience of the genius state, what could be the benefit that everybody could have in their life having use of this resource?
First and foremost, the ability to focus. Second, the ability that when you're engaged, you're fully there. You've, as it were, lost the mind and come to the senses. And now, being in flow, you have all your resources available. So it really enables people to achieve more, accomplish more, be more successful in whatever they choose to do. And it can be as simple as a genius state of conversation. So that when you're in that conversation, you're present in that conversation.
Wow. And what are the other benefits of someone that's be willing to do the APG?
So once a person learns how to manage the reflexivity of their mind, then they can have a good relationship with themselves. They can deal with any internal critic. They can be aligned. They can stop being interrupted so they can stay focused. It'll cure ADD. For most people, it'll help them to get in that focused state. And in terms of reading and studying, it'll raise comprehension, because if you're fully there, you'll comprehend and remember what you're studying. So the benefits just go on and on.
Wow. So like everybody could have the benefits from this course.
Oh, definitely.
Like in their professional, in their personal life, and any fields of their life. Oh.
A person will learn how to manage their state, and so it's about emotional intelligence. It's about being able to monitor, be aware of, monitor, regulate their states, or what we now call emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence is such an important thing nowadays. You know, it's something really important to learn, especially in the professional area. Okay. Anything else you have to say about the course?
A buzzword today is mindfulness. And there's all kinds of ways of getting mindful. This is one way. Because what is mindfulness but consciousness and attention under your direction, rather than being a victim of everything that grabs your attention.
Oh, nice. So thank you for this interview. It was a pleasure to be with you.
My pleasure.
And thank you for creating all this and making it possible for us to take it to other people. So it was really nice.